As the sound recordist, you have the power of the microphone and headphones. That means if you can hear any unwanted noises, such as a plane going overhead or a clock ticking, you need to speak up and get them shut off. Welcome to episode 3. The Indie Film Sound Guide is brought to you by PremiumBeat.com. Exceptional production music for film and video. So far we've spoke about positioning the microphone and prioritizing dialogue. Now it's time to talk about reducing any unwanted noises. Unwanted noises are a pain to remove in post-production. You want to record in the quietest possible environment. So turn off any whirring computers, buzzing fridges, and silence anything that hums, buzzes, or beeps. Once you've done this, you should have a nice quiet environment to record in. But it doesn't stop there. Sometimes in a scene, an actor will be performing an action while delivering a line. If the action creates a very loud sound mid-dialogue, you'll want to minimise the loudness of that action as best you can. Here we have a scene. Stu and Frank are discussing how they are going to dispose of a body, and Stu goes to take a drink. This is where the issue occurs. Stu speaks at the same time he places the cup down onto the saucer. This means we now have two sounds baked into one audio track, the dialogue of Stu and the coffee cup sound effect. There are two ways we can deal with this. Firstly, we could change the blocking, so Stu could deliver the line and then place the cup down. But this changes the pace and might slow down the scene. So instead, we're going to minimise the audio of the cup and saucer colliding. If the teacup and saucer aren't in the same shot when it's being placed down, you can remove the saucer completely and cushion the contact between the table and the teacup using something like a towel or a sweater. Then it's a case of recording the sound effect of the cup and saucer and mixing it back into the scene. It might seem like you're doing twice as much work, but think of it like this. With all of your sound effect elements as independent single tracks, you're able to alter those sound effects without affecting any of the others. If your sound elements were on a single track grouped together, you won't be able to change one sound without changing all of the others. It's like trying to unbake a cake. This goes for dialogue too. In production, try to prevent any overlap of dialogue between actors. You can always edit overlap of lines back in post-production. So, step 3. Remove any buzzing and humming from the scene and limit the loudness of sound effects by dampening or removing them altogether. We'd like to give a shout out to the sponsors of this video, PremiumBeat.com. Next time you need production music for your film, go pay them a visit. We've been using them for over 2 years now, and they're a great source of high quality, royalty-free tracks. Links in the video description below. So you've just watched episode 3 of the Indie Film Sound Guide. If you've missed any previous episodes, you can find them in the description. And if you're watching these from the future, the next episodes will be linked too. If you just tuned in and want to know a bit more about the series, we made an introduction video explaining it all.